first line of defense, the unbreakable line. We inside the pally with mortars and guns. The Astra military bows only to one. Till the skies turn to ash and the city is the dust. We fight for the golden king in whom we trust. With suits made of steel and hands made of stone, with the sword of mankind and the fist of the throne. For the God, we all stand as one. With that stones held high till the battle is won. For the God, march on till we fall. The Emperor protects, and so must we all.
Good morning, warriors of Wezen. Today's intro was For the Guard by Colm Armageddon, who doesn't have so much vocal cords as a foundation made of triple reinforced granite. I am pretty sure that man could sing automatons to pieces. In fact, if we pulled our talents together, I'm certain that it would usher in an unstoppable wave of litivation for the Liberation Fleet. Let's test that theory, shall we? For the guard, we all stand as one, with sickles held high till the battle is won. For the guard, we march till we fall. Democracy protects, and so must we all. Okay, I did not expect you to jump in on that, Mercy, but that was awesome. How about it, Helldivers? How you feeling after that? So, first thing on the coverage list today is that ground was broken on Wezen, with yours truly lending some support with fists, recoilless, adjudicators, and sentries. Not to mention a few properly deployed shield bubbles, just to be thorough. At its current rate of liberation, we should have this planet, and thus the major order, and that sweet exosuit cooldown bonus secured within a single standard Super Earth, Super Day. Especially since Decay just activated heavy ordnance distribution. Oh yeah, victory was never in doubt. We'll see this planet liberated. It's just going to be a little flatter when we're finished with it. Also, because of its cutoff position, Troost is sporting a 0% decay value, so if you want to spill more oil after Wezen, Troost could make for some good extra credit for the class. In a somewhat disturbing turn of events, scouts attached to the Gunvolt military have discovered mass graves on Verilia 5. Most victims are reported to be civilians with no military history and share no regional commonality. They were taken from settlements all across the planet, complete with missing persons reports filed by the next of kin. It is unknown who abducted, killed, and then buried them, and the investigation is still ongoing, but thus far both SEAF and Gunvolt's military refuse to comment further on the matter. Now that's just spooky. What do you think, listeners? Is this some Care Bear of a Legion diver that saw a bad stock market report and decided to go all Looney Tunes? Or is there something more sinister at work here? Speaking of stock market reports, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that the bug with the galactic stock market reporting has finally been fixed and we have some new prices to look over. The bad news is that with the recent destruction of Hybis, Venture Company has filed for bankruptcy. It is no longer a faction possessing any kind of power. While it may, one day, rise from the ashes of this defeat, for today, they have functionally ceased to exist as an entity. That being said, let's look over the stock prices changes this week. The Merc Divers PMC remains stable, offering decent dividend stock, so it's a good place to invest coin if you just want it to sit and passively grow a little bit. I am unsure on the returns on this, but I will check with the accounting staff and get back to you later. The Cave Filling Corporation had a good week with a 3% stock bump, as did Gunvolt. Apparently, when you're not being run by a loopy lunatic of a dictator with delusions of grandeur and let people do their own thing, your stock rises. Imagine that. Sid Meier was right. Human behavior is economic behavior. Strangely, the Tank Hunters Corporation suffered a pretty bad hit with a loss of 8%, but this has placed them in a decent position for profitable investment. That's what I plan on doing pretty much right after I finish with this. Shall we all engage in a little stock market manipulation, my dear listeners, so that we all may profit? Call it cheating if you must, but the Ministry of Prosperity engages in worse than this on an hourly basis. Blackwall IT Solutions saw its first stock price increase in about a month last night, climbing 6%. Future Foundations grabbed a pair of percentage points of profit on the way back to the lab, and Anvil Industries price hiked by 4%. likely due to its malevolent facilities not getting turned into wreckage, burning up in a reentry by evil robots. Recently, I had discussed Helldiver Athena on the show, but I didn't have all the information in front of me at the time. The reason why they are clinging to life and fighting hard is because they are in battle with both lung and pancreatic cancer. Surviving all that is going to be a tall order. They sure got their work cut out for them. That being said, I have a pair of points that I want to bring up. The first of which is that Athena's friends and family have set up a GoFundMe to try to cover her medical expenses. Especially relevant in that most doctors treating this kind of thing tend to only accept private islands as legal tender. You know how it is. Link is in the description below, so if you could toss a few coins from your swear jar her way, it would certainly be appreciated. Secondly, around the tail end of this month, the Krieg and Crusade divers will be facing off against one another in the most patriotic of competitions. A kill score contest. Basically, whoever slays the most enemies of democracy will be declared the winner, with bonuses being issued for high-level dive completions and deaths subtracting from your score. This is all for the purpose of promoting awareness of Athena's condition, and you know how I love fighting for a good cause. I have chosen to align with the Krieg divers, mostly because I've always liked the Death Corps of Krieg from Warhammer 40k, found them to be professional soldiers, if a little bit of a gloomy bunch, and I really just had to pick a side in order to gain access to the relevant Discord contest information. The link is in the description below, so if you can't or don't want to donate to Athena's GoFundMe, but still want to help, then spill some oil, ink, or ichor in her name, Helldivers. One way or another, we get the job done. As a final note before I close the show up, I'd like to promote the Twitch channel of my battle sister, Skylar Starborn, who engages in such lighthearted, fun gameplay topics such as Fight Boat, that being World of Warships, Gunfire Reborn, and of course, Helldiving. Feel free to swing by and check her out. Link is in the description below. That's been Liberty's latest with me, Pandion the Radio Angel. It's time to hit Wezen hard, then double back for Troost, dear divers. For while my kill count might be larger than Critical Hit Ventures, he still has more automaton kills than me. And that's not okay. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for the angelic rebellion. Viva la Revolution Angelique!